Is Russell Westbrook overrated, underrated, properly rated, or impossible to rate? And let me give you a quick example. Last night he was 21, 14, and 19. Yeah. Unbelievable. All-time stats.
Yeah.
He was 3 for 19 from the field.
Yeah.
And he had 4 turnovers. So what do you do with that stat line?
I think we've just come up with a new label. ITR. Impossible to rate. Because I don't know how you rate him. Like he's a walking stat sheet. He plays hard on every possession. I just don't know if he helps his team win.
Which is big in sports. That's big.
Yeah, I don't ask too much other than, are you helping your team win? Yes, Steve.
I like that his impossible to rate, his ITR, will actually have a rating. Like he's 72% ITR is like through the roof. It's so hard to rate.
It's just
modern stats.
I like watching him. I'm entertained by him. I don't want him as my point guard, which is weird when you say, man, I love watching him. I don't want him as my point guard. Because I don't, like, if you can survive a 3 for 19, and I know he helps you in other categories, that's who he is. That's what he's always going to be. And while I admire that he plays hard, he cares about every single possession. I don't know if there's anybody in the NBA that you can say truly cares about every possession, except for Russell Westbrook. Yes, Eden.
It seems like analysts are split on Russell Westbrook, though, because if you don't like the way he plays, then he's this offense killer who you'll never win with. But if you do like the way he plays, the amount of offense he generates for the entire team is through the roof. How can one player be seen so differently?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of somebody else where you go, is he great? Like Odell Beckham, I don't know if he was sort of in that category, but I don't know where he is now. He's an ITR guy to me because do I want Odell Beckham? No. Would I watch Odell Beckham? Yes. Fascinated by him, but I don't want him. Yeah, Paul.
If Giannis goes a couple more seasons in Milwaukee and doesn't make it to the finals or win a title, he could be an ITR guy. A lot of points, a lot of numbers, a lot of awards, no trophies.
Yeah, but I'm not entertained by the Greek Freak.
But you've said before that his style is not necessarily conducive to winning.
Yeah. Well, he needs help. Now, I picked the Bucks to go to the NBA Finals. So I think him as an underdog, he's not a great front runner. He's not a favorite. But I don't tune in to watch the Greek Freak. I think he's fast. It's like Tim Duncan. Absolutely incredible. One of the great players of all time. But it's not like you have that tune-in factor. Russell Westbrook has tune-in factor. But I don't know if he's great. He's a great player, great team player. Yeah, McLevin.
How about Ben Simmons as an ITR guy?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Absolutely. He is. And look, I love Doc Rivers, but I don't need Doc to tell me what I'm missing about Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons can't shoot free throws. He has not elevated his game offensively. Okay, he's a really good defender. All right. I'm fine with that. I just think at that size, he should be dominating. You got a handle. You can get to the hoop. You should dominate. But when you get to the free throw line and I shoot better than you by far, that's embarrassing. You can't be a liability at that position at the end of the game. And what is strange when you see pregame with the Sixers with Ben Simmons, you have a shooting coach and he's at the line and he's helping him. Anybody who has played golf and you start to play and then you get a lesson, realize all the bad habits that you have. Now you have to get out of those bad habits. Ben Simmons needs to be deprogrammed. And how about we add a D at the end of Ben? It's bend your knees at the free throw line, Ben Simmons. Watch. It's like when I talk about players learning how to pitch, and I say, watch Greg Maddux. Just watch how he uses the count, uses location, all of those things. Doesn't have to be a power pitcher, puts the ball in play. He pitches. He's a pitcher, not a thrower. Watch some of these great. Steph Curry shot 93% from the line this year. wouldn't you go, how does he do it? I do. I mean, I'm still trying to perfect my shot. I'm 65, and I can shoot better than Ben Simmons can. It's embarrassing. Here's Doc Rivers, I guess, saying this to me and everybody else that, stop criticizing Ben Simmons.
You guys keep this Ben Simmons narrative alive, which to me is freaking insane, how good this guy is and all the things he does. Ben is not a 40-point guy. It's not what he does. He does other things for your team. And I just don't understand why that's not sinking in our city. Everybody on the team doesn't have to be a scorer to help the team. Ben scores, but Ben creates scoring for us. That's what he does. So, if I'm Ben at some point, I'd get tired of it. I just would, because he's just too good, and he does so many good things for this basketball team. And I keep saying it. Celebrate him. Celebrate all the stuff he does well. We don't do that enough.
Well, first of all, I applaud Doc for having his guys back there. But here's the thing. What exactly do you celebrate with Ben Simmons? Like when you watch him, do you go, wow, look at that defense? What? Man, did you see that rebound? He's a good all-around player. It's just he isn't what we thought he was. Remember when people thought I was joking when he was at LSU. And I thought he's shooting with the wrong hand. And people thought, oh, that's funny. I go, no, he strikes me as a guy who looks like he's right-handed, but he's shooting left-handed. He has not gotten better. Is he a good player? Yes. Is he a franchise player? No. Is he a clutch player? No. Those are things I celebrate. Game on the line, that's when you celebrate. That's when you go, wow. And Ben Simmons is not that player. And if Joel Embiid is out for any amount of time, can you go to Ben Simmons and say, hey, we want you to be like Magic Johnson was back in the 1980 NBA Finals where he played center and scored 42. Like, that's what you want. That's when you ask somebody to be a little more than what they are. And I don't think we're asking much of Ben Simmons. We expected maybe too much. But I think he's a good player, but he's not a great player. And I don't think he ever will be a great player because he's reticent to take the jumper. He doesn't shoot free throws well. And he's got the ball in his hands. Yes, Eden.
Somebody had said last night, somebody tweeted that Ben Simmons is such a great defender, he disrupts both offenses.
Wow.
Too soon. Too soon.
Wow.
That is mean-spirited.
Wow. Yeah, McLovin.
Do you have to pull him off the court if he's going to miss if you're the coach, you just, at the end of the game, because of the free throws, you have to get him out?
Well, it used to be Golden State Warriors did this with Steph Curry sometimes. They would take him out when the other team was on, when he had to play defense, and he didn't play defense very well. He's better now. But it would be one of those offense, defense, you'd put him back in when you were on offense, when you were playing in a big game. That's not the case anymore, but I wonder if you have to do that with Ben Simmons, because if you do a hacker shack on Ben Simmons, it's a great game plan. Yeah, McLovin.
I mean, he's not going to score at the end of the game anyway. Tobias Harris is their 1A option, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why he's out there exactly.
But you just can't, shooting 61% from the line.
And Dwight Howard is even worse than he is, by the way, which really hurts with Embiid out. He's been in the league forever. He still doesn't know how.
Well, Dwight never had a signature move. He never developed his game offensively. He was just a great athlete. He was on the boards and get putbacks and things like that. But, he's a big man. Ben is your ball handler. So it's different.